Here are 3 common misconceptions about knitwear. The first myth is that only wool is knitted. Knitwear doesn't just mean jumpers, cardigans and pullovers. It's a whole category of what fabric we use to create a garment. T-shirts are knitwear because the fabric is a knit. Socks are knitwear because the fabric is knitted. A jumper and a t-shirt, exactly the same in terms of how the fabric is made, just a different density of knit. Myth number 2, pilling is a sign of bad quality. Pilling is when you get little bubbles on your sleeves or any other areas of your knit. This happens because the yarns rub against each other and kind of bubble up on the surface. This is a high quality beanie made using a Donegal yarn, and this is a high quality beanie made using a worsted yarn. This is more likely to pill than this. With a Donegal yarn, you have 2 different types of fibre used to create the yarn. The fleck is often made with a thicker fibre, and the body colour is often made with a thinner fibre. Those 2 are naturally going to rub against each other when they form a yarn, and so that is going to pill. When you have a consistent knit, all the fibres are the same in terms of their fineness, and often they're much more aligned because they are the same. That means they won't necessarily rub against each other so much. This can go a lot longer than this one before it pills. Myth number 3, a heavier sweater is warmer than a lighter sweater. These are 2 knits of a very similar gauge. However, one is very heavy and one is very light. This comes down to the yarn that's being used. On this sweater, a worsted yarn has been used, and on this sweater, a woolen yarn has been used. Woolen yarn has a lot of air in it. It's very light, and therefore it traps heat quite well. But a worsted yarn is very dense. It hasn't really got any air in it at all, and it uses longer fibres. Both are actually very warm. This one is going to feel heavier, and it's going to feel like you're wearing something warmer, but actually they'll keep you about the same temperature. Just because this one is much lighter than this one doesn't mean they won't both keep you equally warm.